What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show, and today I'm going to help all of you lovely people that have successfully bought the PlayStation 5 but have encountered audio issues. If you're a streamer or a content creator, you want to be able to hear game chat while your stream hears game chat, but also while you listen to your PC audio. If you're like listening to music, or if you're, trying to make sure that you're staying on top of your alerts and what's happening in your stream at the same time. Well, if you are aware your PS5 does not have an optical port, welcome to this tutorial, because I'm going to show you what you need to successfully get your audio to work the same way it once did, or even better when you were on the PS4. Now, quite simply, if you have an Astro headset like I do here, Astro A50s, they're wireless. They take a optical port, optical cord that you need to plug into the base of the headset, the charging station, the dock, and then typically you plug into the PS4. PS5 doesn't have an optical port, so Astro has created this new product. It's an HDMI to optical port adapter, but it's out of stock. So if you have an Astro or some other headset that takes an optical port and you need this adapter, well, it's sold out. If you're like myself and you're not willing to pay this erroneous eBay reseller price, and you're looking for an alternative, well, again, here you are. What I purchased was this HDMI audio extractor right there. It's by Insignia. Got this from Best Buy. It was around $45 or so. Yeah. So this tutorial here is how I use this alternative product to link the audio from my PS5 to the stream while still listening to the PC audio. Alright guys, so before you guys see my setup and all that, just know my cable management is piss poor. My camera that I use for streaming is what I'm going to use to show you guys everything here, and it's ass. It's a Logitech camera, I got to upgrade it. But I'm going to show you guys everything so you guys have a better hands-on type of experience with setting this up, okay? Alright, so the items you will need: your HDMI extractor, or HDMI to optical port adapter piece. This is what I bought because the Astro piece or device that they just released is sold out. So I bought it in Insignia. I will link it in the video as well. It has several ports, I'll go through them. You will also need your monitor, of course. Mine is off because it's on. You see the blue light blinking, but nothing is showing because it's not connected to anything. You will also need your PC, of course. That white light over there is my Elgato. You will also need your charging station or base, dock, whatever you want to call it, for your headset, whether it's the Astro A40 TR or the Astro A50s, whatever the case is for your Bluetooth headset that requires an optical port. Boom. Have this on standby. And last but not least, you need your PS5, okay? Because you're going to be plugging things directly into that. Let's go ahead and power our HDMI extractor. There's a DC 5-volt port here. You take a USB-A cord, you plug it directly into there, okay? Alright, now that that's plugged in, as you see there, what you want to do next is take the other end of it and wire it directly into your PS5. The cord that comes with this HDMI extractor device plugs into a wall outlet, but it didn't work for me until I actually connected the USB-A portion with it. I had another cord. I plugged it into the device, and then I plugged the back end into the USB slot of my PS5 right there. So plug the other end into the back of the PS5 and plug the front end here into the back of your extractor. Alright, once you plug it into the back of the extractor and you plug the other end into the PS5 and your PS5 is on, you should see a green light appear, or whatever light shows that your device is on. It should pop on. Okay? Next thing you're going to do is take the HDMI that comes with your PS5. You see this big, rather bulky HDMI cord here? You take this square, rectangle, whatever you want to call it, a rectangle. Take this piece here, plug it directly into the HDMI portion, the HDMI in, the front piece here, says 4K UHD. I'm sorry. Yeah, UHD, and then plug into the HDMI in portion of the device. The other end of this cable plug directly into the PS5 right here. Okay, this is the PS5 HDMI port. All right, you got power supply, HDMI port, Ethernet cable right there. Then you have the DC 5-volt USB connection there that I just talked about. Then you have another USB there. We'll get into that later. But plug the HDMI portion here to the PS5, and the other portion directly into the front end of this device here, the extractor. All right. So once you plug that in there, have it plugged in. Boom. The next step is to take another HDMI, plug it into the HDMI out portion of the extractor. So you plug that into here, boom. Run this cable into the back end of your Elgato. So everyone that has an Elgato has at least 2 HDMI ports on it. You're gonna plug the other end of this USB that connects to the extractor, the HDMI out. You're gonna plug this directly into the HDMI in portion of the Elgato. So HDMI in to HDMI out. HDMI in, HDMI out. Alright, I just want to show you guys here, as I'm doing it, what happens. So you take this HDMI I was just speaking on, plug it into HDMI out. The other end goes into the HDMI in of the Elgato. Plug this in. Soon as it reads, and that's in, if everything's connected right, you will see a picture on your screen. Alright? Should be your PS5. Voila. Now you have, a video connection. The next thing that we want to do, as you see there, optical out, we want to simply take our optical cord here, boom, plug this into the optical out of the extractor. The other end of this optical piece, we want to take and plug into the optical in. Right there, optical in. We want to plug into the optical in portion of this, of your charging station or your dock. So optical in, optical out. Extractor, optical out, charging station or dock, base, whatever you want to call it, optical in. All right, so once you plug that optical cord in, your connection setup portion of the HDMI extractor is complete. Plug that in to the charging station here. Boom. Now we're gonna work on the charging station, okay? You have a USB slot here. Then you have an audio jack there. Now you may or may not need the audio jack depending on how your microphone is set up, but I'll get to that in a second. So you have your USB portion here. You also have a charge section there. I use another USB-A. I plug it directly into there, and I run it into that last USB slot right there. Remember I told you it's power supply, the HDMI that goes into your PS5, Ethernet cord, then that's the DC 5-volt USB that goes into the actual extractor. And that last USB there is the USB that plugs into my charging station, okay? Plug that in. So if you have the same type of charging station that I have, you will see this illumination here. Your headset is on. It should show the charge level. When you unplug it, nothing is there. When you plug it back in and it registers that it's in, it should turn on. And as you see, it did, okay? So you plug that in, that should turn on. And then we want to get into the auxiliary port. All right, so before we get into the auxiliary port piece here, you got your charging station fully powered and plugged up as we described a second ago. All right, you got your video on and everything like that. You have your headset on just like I do, so you might be able to hear the game audio as you cycle through the menu, okay? However, if you're in Streamlabs OBS, you should be able to see that your game audio isn't transferring. It's because, as you see here, you need to simply go to Settings, scroll down to Sound, change the audio output from your output device as your headset, change it over to HDMI. Now, I have the HDMI device type as, the AV amplifier. The channels here should connect to the same channel that you have selected on here. If you push 5 channel on the back of your device here, I'm not going to show it, it's going to be, you can see it on the pictures of the device itself. It should automatically update in the menu here. After that, you should be able to hear game audio through your Streamlabs, through your stream, OBS, whatever you use to stream with. So now audio should be transferring properly. The only downside to this is, and I'll go back, the only downside to this is the fact that you will not have the ability to enable 3D audio for the PS5 anymore. But, it is what it is. I've also changed the bit stream here to Dolby instead of linear. But that's just me. So yeah, now you have game audio on your headset, game audio transferring to your stream. However, if you have a microphone like I do, you don't have the ability to hear your PC sound. So in order to do that, you need to connect an auxiliary port or auxiliary cord into the aux port of the back of the headset, microphone. Wire that all the way through into the back of your charging station for your headset. Once you connect that auxiliary port from the microphone into the back of the charging station / base / dock, whatever you want to call it, you can now hear your PC audio. So now you successfully have your game audio. Just to go through it one more time. Now you have game audio, PC audio mixed in with your stream. Voila. So yeah, that is how I connect my Insignia HDMI extractor to my, it's over there, to my Elgato. See that white word right there? To my Elgato, to my PC monitor. I connect the auxiliary port to my headset, or to my microphone, which connects to the charging station of my headset, also into the PS5. Ignore the wires and stuff, y'all. I'm continuing to edit my stream setup, so I'll get that cleaned up soon. But yeah, hopefully this video has helped you all. I will detail the instructions in the description below, and I'm out. Deuces.
Pinky up, sippy cup, white shirt, black tie, gas low, money low, cash flow, moving slow. Pinky up, sippy cup, white shirt, black tie, gas low.